Everyone, we are here with actor Aaron Dalla Villa, and he is one of the stars in the new film, The Wrath of Becky. It premiered at South by. It's now out in theaters. Aaron, how are you, man?
What's up, dude? And Norm, like I said, man, it's good to see you, bro. I remember Not Scary Farm, man.
That was
That
so
scared.
fun.
Are they still open or are they closed? Sadly.
No. Not still going, and they're getting ready for their 50th year
Oh
um,
man, good for them.
of
When
Not
I'm
Scary
back in
Farm.
LA eventually around Halloween, we got to do it again. That was fun.
Yes,
That
yes.
was
Hit
fun,
me up.
man. That was
Hit me
fun.
up. If it, also Midsummer Scream is coming at the end of July if you're in town. So
Midsummer Scream end of July. Okay, cool. Definitely good to know. I might be shooting something, but we'll see.
just hit me up. But let's
All
talk
right,
about the Wrath of Becky.
let's do
Uh,
it. Let's do
give
it.
me a quick rundown about the film.
Yeah, man. Becky, played by the wonderful Lulu Wilson, is back 2 years later after a group of neo Nazis murdered her father and her parents, and she's back with a vengeance. She finds some solidarity in a wonderful woman, played by God. They're gonna kill me for this. She's a terrific actress, Denise. Denise, is it Denise Burton? I think
Denise
Denise
Burse.
Burton. Yeah, Denise Burst. Yeah, she's terrific actress. And she finds some sort of solidarity, sort of a mother figure and companion in her. And then once again, stripped away from her by a group of just low life neo-Nazi whatever stuff. So she goes full John Wick, and we've got the awesome Sean William Scott leading the brigade and the villains and stuff. So I'm one of his kind of henchmen and stuff. I'm more of the comedic guy and whatnot and stuff. And for all intended purposes, without spoiling the movie, I get away scot free.
You the funny guy? Shocking. Um,
I know, right? Shocking, right?
how were you a fan of the first film?
I'll be honest with you, I never saw the first film.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched Wrath of Becky, but everyone tells me
Oh,
it's
for
good.
real? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, because I haven't seen your review yet.
yeah,
I was like looking up because I know you did a review of the first Becky
yeah. I
and not the
enjoyed it.
second one yet. So I'm sure you have a horror buzz review on the way.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah, but
absolutely.
no, I intended to not watch the first Becky because I knew it was a different directorial team, so I didn't want to start trying to play a thing.
Hmm.
So I just said now I'll probably go back and watch the first Becky. But no, I did that on purpose because I didn't want to um, try and recreate something because it was a whole new team involved.
Right. So
So
you didn't want it to affect the flavor they were trying to bring to the whole story.
absolutely, absolutely.
But it is a fun movie, and
Yeah, no, it's a really fun movie. Audiences. I watched it in the theater the other night. The audiences, it's a total crowd pleaser. The audiences love it. They're having a blast with it, and that's what the movie's intended to, man. Because what's not better than seeing a group of neo Nazis like slaughtered? You know what I'm saying? Like as if people didn't know that Nazis are bad already. You know what I'm saying? So
getting their
yeah,
asses kicked by
by a
badass.
16-year-old girl. Yeah,
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 love love it.
great.
How'd you get involved with this project?
You know what's wild is that I later found out that one of the producers from Boulder Light, I had worked with them on Pledge. They produced Pledge.
Also,
Uh,
everyone, if you've not seen Pledge, watch it. It's really fun, and Aaron is terrifying in it. So keep going. Sorry.
thank you, man. Yeah, you know, uh, she told me that since the start of the concept of the sequel that I was in their mind
Okay.
and because she had been following my career since Pledge. So for one, the fact that someone can follow my career based on my work means so much to me because little people see how much work actually goes into being an actor. You're just putting so much hours for jobs that you don't even get. That meant a lot to me, and it was wild. I got the audition for a Zoom callback appointment. It said on my agent Zoom callback appointment with the directors, the producers. There was like 8 people on the Zoom call, I think.
That's kind of unprecedented, right? I mean, like
Yeah,
that
it
doesn't
was
happen very
wild. And
often.
yeah, all of a sudden, and it was the day of. I got the audition at my agent sent it to me at 11 a.m. and it was for a Zoom at 4 o'clock. So generally, you have the Zoom for an audition a day later. You have a self tape and stuff, so you have time to prepare the material, memorize the lines, all that stuff.
Sure.
But then I called up my coach and I said, "Yo, I got this audition. What do we do?" And he was like, "All right." And he was familiar with a lot of that culture. I grew up in Suffolk, Virginia. I grew up in Virginia, North Carolina, so I'm very used to the type of people these kind of guys are and their
Right.
ideology, their political ideologies and stuff. But
Right.
he was also very familiar with Proud Boys in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So like this means when I throw this up in the movie, this means white power.
Mm-hmm.
This means white power. So he was like, he started throwing some things at me and be like, all right, hit this, hit that. And I said, well, maybe I'm gonna put him here because to me, DJ was written originally in the background in the breakdown as like a stoner or whatever, and he was meant to be tall in the thing. In the
Mm-hmm.
breakdown, it's like he's a tall guy, and I'm like, well, I'm not clearly a tall guy, so I'm just gonna bring what I have to the table, which is I know I'm funny and I know I'm good with improv. So I said, all right, why don't we make him this kind of like wild card, unpredictable sort of because he read to me like the in between the two other guys, which are kind of like make up the Three Stooges of that
Mm-hmm.
thing.
So you
So
were like
yeah,
the Larry of the bunch.
yeah, exactly. So that's exactly. It's funny. I just did another interview that compared me to that. So literally, I did that. I got on the Zoom call. I started cracking jokes with Matt and Suze, the directors.
Mm-hmm.
Matt and Suzanne, the directors. I call them Matt and Suze, a good friend of mine now. But yeah, and we just had a ball. We just had a ball, and it was just great. It was fantastic feeling. I got off it and I went about my day, and then they had me tape for Sean actually. So I auditioned for Sean as well. Then a few weeks later, the offer for DJ came through.
That's amazing, and congratulations on that.
Cool,
And
man. It's cool. It's
so
nice to get a win. And funny enough, one of the actors from Pledge, who played one of the Pledge Masters too, went out for DJ as well.
oh,
Yeah, I know. He's a good friend of mine too. I know. So he hit me up and he was like, "Yo," but it was weird. I got an in-person callback via Zoom. He got a self-tape.
okay, gotcha.
It was weird. Like, bro, I don't know.
Maybe
Listen, I
that
don't
was like
ask
their backup
questions.
or something. I don't know, but
I
they
don't. Well, you know what? A similar thing happened to me the other day. I was in callbacks for another film that they went to another actor with, but I put in the time that I was available for the callback, and the casting director comes on the line and says, "Hey, the director can't be with us." So in
mm,
my mind, that tells me, "Oh, you probably found what you were looking for
right, right,
already."
right, right.
So it is what it is.
Eh. Well, so
Wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be.
yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
and you just kind of, as an actor, that's the life you live. Oh, check out your cool can. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Lifted
that's my I know it's green, so it's falling right into the green screen. Good, right? It's
Wrath of
magic.
Becky, the
It's
soda.
magic.
So Lulu Wilson, I had the chance to meet her when she did Annabelle Creation, which I loved, but
Yep.
she has really developed into a wonderful actor, you know,
Dude,
and she was so nice. How was it working with her?
she's she's fucking I'm sorry if I can
You're
curse and
fine.
stuff. You
Roll.
know me. You've met me. We've met in
I
person.
know who you are.
Uh dude, I mean, she could win an Oscar one day. Like legit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
she's phenomenal. She's a phenomenal talent. And meeting her, she like I met her mom and her dog Olive, and they're just great people. And what's funny enough is at her stand-in, Taylor Drumright. I went to school with her.
Oh
I went to high
man.
school with her. So it was a small world, man. And all of a sudden, I was like, because she got in the van, and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Aaron." I was like, "Taylor, what?" And it was just great energy. And Lulu, when you meet like celebrities and stuff, uh, like Sean too, they care about the craft of acting. They
Hmm.
care about the craft of acting, and they want to give just the best performance, and it's just so great.
I think what struck me about her was there was no pretense. Um,
No.
she was just extremely sincere. Uh,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah,
like cool.
she's there to do the work. She's not like, I don't know if you've ever met like reality TV stars and stuff. I've
Hmm.
met a couple reality TV stars, and it's just that kind of bullshit.
Hmm.
She's not about that life. She's there to really cultivate and craft characters and create art at the highest level.
Hmm.
So,
No,
yeah.
she's cool. But speaking of dogs, though, you mentioned Olive, and how was it working with little Diego, little
I love
Pauline?
Pac. So we did a screening the other day at Times Square, and Pac was there actually. So,
Oh,
so he brought through the dog. I love that dog, and unfortunately, I don't know what it is, man, but my last two movies, I've had to hit a dog.
ah, well, you
Yeah,
know what?
yeah. I've had to hit a dog in the last two movies. I play these, right now I'm just playing these like despicable white trash kind of dudes, and listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So,
So, as far as horror goes,
mm.
you and I have both talked before. You are a horror fan, but uh, I never really got it from you, like what your subgenre is, or maybe what a few of your favorite movies are.
Within horror,
Yeah.
I'll be real with you, man. I wasn't a huge horror fan until I started acting in it.
See?
I was more into action movies, like give me Mission Impossible, give me John Wick all day, or give me a drama like Succession or Barry, which I just saw. Horror movies right now, I would say, I mean, top of my list is Hereditary, you
Well, of
know,
course. I just watched that
obviously,
the other day.
obviously. It's funny because I worked with Bill Moseley and I worked with Kane Hodder recently on a movie called Hayride to Hell, and they're like horror icons and stuff.
Right.
And we had one guy like freaking out on set, and to me, it's just like another day at the office because I'm just there to do my job as an actor. That's
Right,
my
right.
job. Yeah, and it's funny. I've worked with. I'm happy for her now. I worked with Lauren Lavera on a commercial before Terrifier 2 came out, so I'm really happy where her career is going now because I know she's worked her ass off to get there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man. When it comes to horror, I don't know. I like horror that has a. Let me think. Put me on the spot right now, man.
Sorry.
Hereditary. You know what? I would love to work with Ari Aster. I'm just gonna stay on that train. Midsommar, I found just incredibly disturbing, but like elevated. Or Nope, and Get Out. Obviously,
Yeah.
Jordan Peele, to work with him. I think he's an absolute genius. To work with him would be incredible. Yeah, because I'm really trying to. I don't want to. Man, I don't want to. I love horror, but I don't want to just work in horror. You know what
No,
I'm
no, no.
saying? Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to just work in horror. Like, I'd love to be on a drama like Succession and stuff, or something that has horror elements in it, but it's elevated. So that's why the Wrath of Becky for me felt like elevated horror. Same with Pledge. It felt like elevated horror. It didn't feel cheap.
Right. Right.
So so yeah.
I actually showed Hereditary to a friend of mine for it was her first time. And she just kept she just kept going like, I the movie keeps pulling me in, but I'm on guard because it's such a good movie, but I know it's gonna come after me. So
Who?
the no, my friend Stephanie, I showed her Hereditary and she's just like, I kept having to keep my guard up because it's such a good movie. But
Right. Oh, Babadook. That's it. The Babadook and the what's the one with Patrick Wilson?
Oh, what is that?
Conjuring.
Conjuring? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I fuck with that. I
Excuse
fuck with
me.
that. Patrick Wilson. I mean,
Well, you know what's so funny? I hated Babadook.
really?
I hated it because that kid,
Okay,
man,
okay.
the screaming. I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm done. I did watch it. I did watch the whole thing
What's the biggest horror movie that scared the living? I got one that scared the living shit out of you when you was a kid.
when I
When
was
you
a
were,
kid.
yeah.
Oh man, see, when I was a kid, things scared me in a different way. I mean, like I saw Halloween. That's the thing
Right,
that got me into horror.
right.
When I was like 5. But then there are movies like Madman. That's this random Friday the 13th imitation slasher.
Yeah.
That just terrified me. Phantasm. I was so
Uh,
scared when I saw that I had a fever, but I loved it. You know. So
what about The Ring, man?
The Ring was good. I prefer the
Tara,
Jap.
come on, bro. When she was coming out of the TV screen at the end, and when you opened up the the closet drawer, and
And she's
saw the
like,
chick's
yeah,
head like this,
yeah.
come on,
No,
man.
it's a damn
That
good
that
movie.
that scared the that scared me more than The Exorcist.
Wow. I see. I love it how different things scare different people in
Hmm.
different ways. And I
Yeah,
it
same with
fascinates me.
reviewers. Like some people are gonna like the Wrath of Becky, and some people are not.
Right. And
Everyone's
you
got
know what?
their
That's
opinion.
okay.
And that's
But
fine because I try to because sometimes after the movie's out, the imposter syndrome can kick in, and I'll go to
sure.
the movie theater and I'm looking for validation from people about my work and whatever and stuff, and all I have to do is check the facts. We shot a great movie. It went to one of the top film festivals in the world. Then it went to AMC Regal Cinemas.
Hmm.
Come on, check the
Isn't it,
facts.
this might be your biggest film, yeah?
This is my biggest film so far. Yes,
Nice.
absolutely, absolutely, and I'm proud of the work. I'm proud of the work. Um, are there always going to be things that I wish I had done differently? Yeah, I'm an artist. I'll never be satisfied. Johnny Depp talks about it. You know what I mean? Where he'll be like, I can't watch my own movies because I look up there and I see him.
Hmm.
And it's just not me and stuff. But I'll watch my movies and I'll just kind of critique myself and just be like, okay, cool. What can I learn from this experience that I can bring to the next experience?
Right.
You know.
Right.
So, but
Always.
no, this is by far this is my biggest thing. I was literally hanging out with my friends the other day at AMC. We walked into the movie theater. We sit there, we get our popcorn, and all of a sudden I see my face on the screen and I'm like, oh snap, dude, you're here. Like it's happening now. It's happening now. And it's surreal, man. It's
That's
surreal.
well,
And then
you
and
definitely
then
deserve it
and
though.
the movie's over, and then you go back home to your apartment and you work on the next one.
Yeah, yeah. The hustle never stops. So
Hustle never stops, man.
but again, congratulations on the Wrath of Becky.
Thank you, man.
And
Thank
looking
you.
forward to more because you're a damn workhorse, man. You
You,
do not stop.
you know what I realized, Norman, is that if I if I can't do anything else, whatever I lack in whatever, I know that I will continue to put in the work. I will
Mhm.
continue to just not stop and just keep going. And I think you that part of this game is outworking and outlasting.
Mhm.
So that's my mindset.
Well, you're
And
doing it.
being grateful. I mean, dude, I'm so incredibly grateful for the opportunity that Matt and Seuss trusted with me this role. Boulder Light Pictures, working with these name actors, this incredible cast and crew. Everyone was great. I had a dream job. My biggest release so far, man, and the attention that it's bringing and stuff. So I'm just here to do the work.
I think the
So
gratitude
it's
is key
nice.
though. The gratitude is
Gratitude,
key because
yeah.
that keeps you in check because it says that you're not taking any of that for granted,
Ever, ever.
you know.
And I think Keanu Reeves is a great person to model
Mhm.
when it comes to career. He has a tremendous amount of gratitude, and he exhibits that in all of his interviews and all of his work. Of you know, I mean, being someone who has come from Virginia, no connections in the industry and whatnot, and hustling and hustling and hustling, and then seeing yourself in theaters or whatever and stuff. Uh, it's like capturing lightning in a bottle,
Mhm.
and if gratitude is a thing that just keeps me okay, let's just keep the work and stay humble and on to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And remember that I don't forget those days when I was homeless. Like I
Yeah.
don't forget moving all over the country to find my place in the world. Like I don't
Yeah.
forget those days. So it's
Those days
amazing, man. The
where top ramen
journeys.
was a feast, you know?
Yo, and I'll be real with you, Norman. I still remind myself some days too. Uh, I remind myself. I buy ramen sometimes to remind myself of when I ate ramen. That's all
Yeah.
I. That's all I could afford. And when I do eventually have that house or whatever that I want to have one of the rooms remodeled after my small studio apartment in New York. And
Wow.
and I want
That's
to I
deep.
want to dress it. I want to dress it the way that I dressed it during the struggle and during the grind, because I think mentally for me, I know that if I'm in a place that's like too nice and stuff, there's no sense of urgency. There's no sense of I gotta get out there and get it. I gotta get out there and hustle. I gotta be hungry. And
Mhm.
you can feel it, man, when actors, you start having success and stuff, and they're able to remain hungry, coming for it. The audience, I feel, identifies with that. They
Mhm.
identify with that. We're like, man, this person's going for broke.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think Hugh Jackman talked about that. He's another guy I admire. I know people who've worked with him. He said he's the best boss ever. I would want to work with Hugh Jackman. He talks about when he every actor gets nervous, but sometimes when he's nervous and he shows up and he just kind of makes choices and goes for broke, they're more rewarding.
Mhm.
So that's my advice I'd say to any actor is go for broke. Go for broke. Why not? And if you fail, you fail. It is what it is. But then you learn from it and you get back up and you do it again. So
Excellent, excellent advice. And it's paying off because Wrath of Becky. And everyone, you can see Wrath of Becky, May 26th. Well, that just came out. So yeah, it's in theaters now. And
it's in theaters now, bro.
right now. And you can see Aaron as DJ,
Yeah.
um, and hitting dogs and being a horrible person.
Which I don't condone. I
He
don't
doesn't
condone.
condone, you
Just
guys.
just
He doesn't condone,
like
but I'm
like
just
like I
saying.
did not get method with this role, y'all. All right. I do not condone that sort of violence in real life. I am just playing I'm a servant to the text, to the work, to the craft, you know. So
All
don't
right.
hit dogs.
Don't.
Like what has John Wick hasn't taught you anything. Don't hit dogs.
Well, Aaron, it was a pleasure, sir, and best of luck on this release. And you'll get there. You work hard enough,
Thank
you'll get there.
thank you, Norm. I appreciate you, man.
All right, take care.